Happy Sunday, dear televiewers. You're welcome to today's edition of Maluko on My Media Prime Television. We are coming to you live from the beautiful city of Limbe, the town of friendship. And today's edition of the program is a pretty special one. Why? Because we have a very special guest, but we are not going to be letting the cat out of the bag. Maluko comes to you live on Sundays from 2:30 to 4:30 p.m. And on Maluko, we make sure that we bring to you guests from different walks of life. We make sure you discover sights and sounds of our beautiful country, Cameroon. We also make sure we tell you what has been trending in the course of the week by taking our microphones down to the streets to find out from the people, because it is said the people represent the voice of God. We also have on Maluko our glamour page, and in the course of the program, we know for sure you're going to get hungry, so we always make sure to take you into the kitchen. Hello, fervent viewers of Maluko. You're welcome to our interview segment. I know this is not normally where we do the show. We always step out when it is a special occasion, and today's occasion is very, very special. We are welcoming someone we've once had on the program, but you know what? This time around, he decided to make sure we get to discover him in a pretty much different light, probably digging different layers beneath who we see on the surface. Ladies and gentlemen, who am I talking about? I'm talking about award-winning Cameroonian singer and songwriter, the MANNE. Hello and welcome to Maluko.
Thank you, Faith. Thank you, and welcome home.
Oh, thank you. How are you today?
I'm okay. I think a little bit stressed because it's my birthday, so you can imagine. But I'm doing well.
Awesome. We like that. And today you decided that we celebrate your birthday with you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've had some fun interviews with you, Faith, and I've kept the faith, as I always tell you.
Yes,
so
you have.
I really thought that there's no other person than Faith to come home and let's have this one-on-one chat.
I feel very special, and I'm sure the viewers of Maluko feel very special as well. And today we are going to be helping our viewers discover so much about you that they probably didn't know, and even remind them about some things that they had forgotten. So let's take our viewers back to the genesis, the very, very beginning. But by starting with this question, when we say the man, when we hear the name the MANNE, what exactly would you want people to picture?
Well, I think the key word is inspiration. Okay. My life experiences is a whole bag of inspiration on its own, and life in general for everyone else. You know, it's just full of different experiences, and it can inspire anyone at any level. So I'll personally say that my music is in that direction, to inspire people. It's not more about transactions. Getting people to like your pages and send and share, and it's not all about that. It's all about transforming lives.
Okay, awesome. So let us take our viewers down memory lane to your education. What did you study in school, and did what you study have anything to do with the fact that you decided to do music?
Well, absolutely not. I think it's one of those things that I try put ahead every time I talk to people, trying to motivate people through my music, through my lyrics. And I always tell people, your talent is probably, you should be able to prioritize your talent as long as you're lucky to have education, because not everyone is educated. Not everyone has that luck. Sure. To come from a family where they send you to some of the good schools. And so if you are really talented, you can definitely make it. And for me, it's all about, I've just been moving into different fields. I did microbiology at one point, and then went into geology, and then engineering geology. And it's just the way, how interested I am in different fields of life. And today I'm kind of very comfortable where I am.
So where are you?
Well, I would say that I'm a director. As we speak, I'm a country manager in Guinea Conakry for a mineral, a mining company. My entire career has been in a mining company, even though I started with microbiology. So when I got my first job, it was in the mining sector, and I was lucky to have met people who trusted me, who saw the potential, and just rubbing shoulders with them just got that passion for geology and engineering. And before I knew it, I had to go back to school and just renew my, get a new certificate, get back to track, kind of change of directions, but basically the same science in general. And it's paid off. I've been working for, I would say I have 18 years experience in the mining
Wow.
sector. So it's a whole bag of experience and a whole bag of knowledge, and I'm kind of very grateful for that.
Oh, that's awesome. Many people say you're a very rich artist. Do you agree?
No. I'm not a wealthy artist or rich. I think I'll be counting my
But you do
cars
your
and,
things big. You do whenever the man does something, it stands out.
well, I think it's all about what you have in mind. It's all about the vision. You could be a child and think really big, and everyone just sees you doing things differently. And growing up, I've always been that way. I remember I used to think I could be a president. You just think out of the box all the time. And there's something, I'm a perfectionist. To me, I think being a perfectionist is a gift. And I grew up like that. I do everything with a lot of detail. I kind of frustrate myself sometimes when I make mistakes. But it's been I'm sure my team can testify, with the directors that I've been working with. It's not been very easy for them, because once it's not good, I'm not putting it out there. So it's been a lot of hard work. And the hard work from school, hard work in my family, hard work with the music. It's just about the hard work. And the more you do things, the more frequently you do it, you get good at it.
Awesome. We like that. So tell us, how was music introduced to you to a point where you said, you know what, I have talent in music and let me make something off of it. Let me make a career out of music.
Well, I'd never dreamt of being an artist, honestly. I used to sing when I was a kid. I think one of my previous interviews with you, I did mention that I started singing when I was 11. I was quite young. I did. Unfortunately, in my times, we did not necessarily archive some of those things.
Of course.
But I used to have cassettes. In those days, we didn't have, we used to have small cassettes. You do something, you record it, and you keep it. I did write a book when I was a kid.
Wow.
I wrote a book. I'm surprised. I don't know where that book is today, but I did write a novel. So it's been a lot of, I would say, a lot of adventures, and music has always been there. I've lived in a family where basically everyone's got a good voice. My younger brother actually released an album before me. Unfortunately, he didn't. He decided to do something else after that, and no one really saw me. Everyone knew I've been singing. I have a good voice, but no one saw me doing music in like professional music, because I was good in school. And that's what every parent wants. You're good in school. And I used to be a table tennis champion as well.
Wow.
So everyone was just excited. So no one really thought about the music side of the whole story, because music brings you to public. And generally it's people are shy, when it comes to things like that. I don't want stress. I don't want scandals and things like that. But recently, I'd say the last 2 years, because I just started 2 years ago, like officially, I would say it's more like a zeal that has always been there, buried, and got exposed somehow. At one point, there was just a turning point that I just felt like, well, I have to do this. There's been a lot of talk with my friends, how good I am and why I'm wasting this and things like that. And well, sometimes we also know that the music industry is quite tough.
It is tough.
We've watched all kinds of episodes on your channel and every other person's channel where you have artists who get frustrated with maybe the wrong contract. They get into record labels and things like that. Personally, I'm so confident about what I can do that I've never really felt like I would need maybe
Some
a
other
record
person.
label to take care of me. And so I was, as long as I don't have the means to do it, I would just wait until that time
You can
comes.
have the means.
And I think the time came when I thought, well, I could probably take care of myself and do the things I like, and probably, move on to collaborate with those who are in record labels and share my experience as an independent artist. And here we are, 2 years after, you see the results.
Well, speaking of the results, I see the results. How do you feel about the results?
Well, I think it's just incredible. I don't know how proud I can be about myself right now. 2 years. I wouldn't want. I had a live show on Facebook, and I remember one of the fans were were saying that what you've achieved in 2 years, many artists haven't got that in 10 years. But I really try as much as I can to stay as humble as possible, because, you know, I mean, if an artist has spent 10 years, 20 years in the industry and you didn't make it, well, it's not because you're not good. It's you know the circumstances in the music industry. It could just maybe just you not getting the right audience. It could just being you in the wrong hands. There's just so many things that can happen. Maybe just you not taking it to the next level. Maybe not enough marketing. There's just so many reasons. And
But let me just intercept. Right now, when you see some of these artists that we know for sure would have been doing great, with what you know as of now with regards to the industry, what would you say is the biggest issue that they are facing, generally speaking?
I think one of the things, and I see on the internet, people say, well, support your own. But I think one of the things that maybe young artists do not necessarily focus on is working hard on their art, on their art. You know, it needs to come. You need to get to the point where you're like, okay, if I want to be known, if I want to get successful, if I want some people to appreciate what I'm doing, well, you have to show proof that you're taking it to the next level. You want to make people know you're working this hard to get to this level. Sometimes some people do that and still don't make it. Well, sometimes that's just the way life is. It's natural selection. Yeah. Not everyone will make it.
Sure.
But I really believe that if you believe in yourself, you believe in what you're doing, and with some support, because it's not always coming. Support, not sometimes even family doesn't support you. So it really takes self-belief, and some people are born with self-motivation and others are not. They need someone to push them. Well, if you don't get that person to push you, you will never go anywhere. Meanwhile, some people are just born, they know what it takes for them to get somewhere, and they do the work themselves. You know, you and me, you can agree that, well, if you ask me to go to the gym, it's going to take me, you have to make a decision on that. Many people, no, you tried one day, and that's it. Before you know it, you can't make it anymore. So, but for some others, they manage to do that on their own, even at home. They're born with that. That's self-motivation. And I think that plays a great role in success.
Most certainly. So, challenges, many, or you're just doing your thing, you're cool, you don't really have a problem? Because you said something very key at the start, that it is not about having so many followers on social media, people liking, sharing too much and all of that.
Yep.
It's about creating impacts. I'm
Sure.
paraphrasing what you said at the beginning. So what do you make of the journey in itself in terms of challenges?
Very challenging.
Okay.
I wouldn't play with that. That's no artist will tell you, well, I've just been singing and I like the music and it's just fun, and well, probably that for the TV. But the truth is, the reality is you need to work hard. It's I'm a family man. I have kids, and
how many kids?
I've got 2 kids. I mean, 2 girls and
Aww.
Beautiful girls, and I'm a manager. You know, you have decisions in your hands. So I spend days, hours, working hard overnight, at work as a manager. And I have to create time for music. And I have to create time for my family. And I have to create time for leisure. I mean, you can imagine how I'm kind of wearing so many hats. And that's why I think that my whole life, as it's on its own, it's inspirational for many people. Because some people will be like complaining, well, this is too tough. But if you have someone who's able to manage a job, manage a relationship, manage family, children, manage the music career, all the traveling and going to the studio for recording and promoting and everything that goes with it, I can tell you that it is a huge, very, very big challenge. I wouldn't say it's easy, but you need to like what you're doing, and that's basically what motivates me. I love music.
All right. Well, televiewers, we hope you have been having a wonderful time with MANNE. I have been having a swell time. I'm trusting that you have. There is just so much to talk about, so much to discover. But for now, let us take you on our discovery page. So stay tuned. Dear televiewers, well, we've been talking for quite a while, and you know how we roll on Maluko. We always like games. We like to play. So this is some cool cash to be shared between the man and myself, hopefully, because the way he's prepared for this game, I don't know. So we are playing Flip the Bottle Challenge. So we're going to flip, and whoever gets to flip and the bottle lands on its, bottom, correctly gets to take one of these every time. So let's roll. Are we ready?
Ready.
Okay. So, guys, we are playing Flip the Bottle Challenge, and like I had mentioned earlier on, this is money to be won. We're going to have 10 takes. Hopefully, I win this card because I need it more than the man does. I'm sure you people agree. So let's go. Alonzi.
Hola.
I see.
She has been practicing.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Hola.
Try. Mm-hmm.
Hola.
Somebody should be saying B, behind.
Hola.
Wait, I woke up on the good side of the bed today.
Let me take off my glasses. Maybe something is changing. Oh, la, 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 la. Shaky hands.
I really am doing great today. Oh no, I was beginning to.
That's already 2-0.
So this is the fourth flip.
Can I hold it from here?
No.
Oh, I was close.
Too bad. Let's try again. We go again. Oh no.
All right.
That's 5.
I must have learned something. I think 9.
Fingers crossed.
Where are my fans?
Don't.
Ah.
So let me teach you. This is how
Lousy.
we do it. You hit the bottle first, stabilize it. You do small gestes. God help me, because all this rubbish I'm saying.
Hola.
This is the 6th. That will be the 7th.
He who laughs last.
Last best.
That's right.
Hopefully.
Hola. Mais c'est pas
Il y a
vrai.
really vraiment terrible à ce jeu. Vraiment, c'est grave.
C'est pas vrai. It's still a 2-0.
Yes.
How many have we done so
This
far?
is 8. That is 9.
You've done 5 already.
Yes.
This is my 5th.
Yes.
5 is my.
No, that's your 4th. I've done 5 already.
This is my lucky number. Let's try it.
Oh, let's go.
Do I need to change the way I hold this bottle? Something's wrong.
So if we're really in the court of law and to judge this thing, it is clear that I won all the money. So
Something told me that I was
thank
going
you
to have
so
a 0.
much. That thing was very correct. Anyway,
I did my best.
well, you really tried. Well, we are going to proceed to our next game, and this time around you're playing. Well, you're playing alone. Let me put it that way. The game is called Green Flag, Red Flag. So based on the questions I'll ask you, you tell us if it is a green flag or if it is a red flag, and you tell us why.
All
Do you
right.
understand?
I do.
And we say green flag, red flag in terms of relationships.
Oh, yeah.
What you consider a relationship between a man and a woman,
It's
clearly.
delicate.
Oh, it is. All right, so let me hand this over to you. And
I'll put the green on my right.
okay, anyone? Let's.
I need to turn it around and show?
Yes, you have
Okay.
to turn that around. So. Well, during the first game, I clearly won, as you can see, and I carried all the money. Thank God. Let's now move to the next game. Merci. Thank you so much. Let's now move to the next game. And this time around, it's just the man playing. And you, dear televiewers, to decide whether he's really speaking the truth or not. But this particular game is mostly based off of his perspective on relationships. So the game is called Green Flag, Red Flag. And question number 1. So when we give you a question, you answer, you tell us why you consider it a red flag or a green flag.
Okay.
All right. So question number 1. Has only male friends. Green flag or red flag? Why?
A big red to me. I think there are some ladies who just say, oh, my friends are all guys. And so, yeah, I feel a lot secure with them. There's less gossiping and all of that. But I am one of those people who believe that men are not friends with ladies generally. It's what we call, to me, it's more like something virtual or something, I'll say temporary, but you could always do some survey around the friends, between them, and you realize that feelings generally develop with time. So you can, if maybe a lady can manage one guy as a friend, but having guys as a friend, you can always tell that at one point something will definitely happen. Yeah, to me, that's a big red flag.
So you've never been friends with the opposite sex, just being friends like that?
Honestly, I tried to be friends with someone, Well, but I realized.
So who catches feelings? Let's just.
Well, I realized the other person had feelings.
Are you sure you're not the one who caught feelings?
Not necessarily. I think it can happen both ways.
Yeah,
but for
that's
me,
true.
it was the other side, and I really truly wanted her to be a friend.
Oh.
But generally, it's a little bit complicated. I think, especially if you're a nice guy like myself.
Oh, you are nice. Yes.
So yeah. So but yeah, I would say that for me, that's my opinion.
Okay.
That I mean, all guys' friends, it's a big no. It's a red flag.
All right. 2, tells her friends about everything that happens in your relationship. That is your woman.
Well, I think the whole world can accept with me, can all agree with me it's a red flag. And one thing I know about relationships, because I've been in many, so I think it's the value that you place in your relationship is probably just the way you manage to keep your problems between you, the two of you. And if you love someone that much, you should not be spreading the news about what you face in your relationship. Many of us, fall victim to that. Sometimes you get,
Sure.
tempted to maybe share with someone because you maybe gotten to the level where you can't take it on your own. But generally, I think one of the easiest ways to solve relationship problems is by starting with your own selves. And, if you have to seek for a third party, it should be consensual between the two of you.
Very true.
So yeah, I think generally anyone who just goes out there talking, it's basically you're not in a relationship, honestly.
All right. Number 3, eats more than you.
Eats more than you.
Yes, eats more food than you.
Well, I don't think this is a problem. This is no red flag to me. I think it's, eating habits, it depends on how you grew up. You meet a partner or you meet a girlfriend or a boyfriend. And for me, I'm a man. So if I meet a lady who eats a lot more than myself, I've had them before. So it's never been a problem because I have my habits. I don't take too much food. And if I try to advise that person to try to stay away from, if you don't listen, it's your habit. Your system is different. And maybe it's going to be a lot more costly for me. but being costly doesn't mean that it's you want to frustrate someone who has maybe a bigger capacity of taking food into the system than yourself. So to me, it's no red flag. It's a green flag.
All right. Number 4 is wants to dominate during intimate moments.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem to me. I think it's probably one of those areas where some people, but not necessarily many, some people will agree that it's almost a 50-50 thing. When it comes to males and females, many men will always want to do business differently, work differently, earn money differently, save different bank accounts. But when it comes to intimate stuff, generally we don't talk much about it. There's a lot of things happening in there that you will never know. So I really think that it's if you were with your partner and you're a lot more comfortable with someone dominating, or some men just like it. Just like.
Do you like it?
Well, I do like it. Honestly, I as long as you're doing a good job, it's no problem with that. So,
nice.
So yeah, to me, it's all about just getting that connection, or say that chemistry between you and your partner.
Okay, awesome. Is always in need of financial assistance.
Oh no, that's a very big red flag to me, because I think that if a lady.
What if our reasons are valid?
Well, our reasons should be valid, no problem. But I think one of the things we men, I'm now speaking for the men, the club of men, not the stingy men. But I think we men always want to require that if you are having a relationship with a lady, especially if you're educated, you have a good standing in life, maybe good status and everything. It's not a very good thing to get a lady who just asks for money all the time. It's always good to get someone who's maybe close to your status, or someone who understands, just financial management, someone who knows the value of money, and not just someone who sees you more like, kind of a gold digger or something. But, just asking for money all the time could be very stressful for a man. We have a lot more stress handling our jobs, handling family responsibilities and stuff like that. So if a man is really having, well, if I'm speaking for myself, I'm not a poor man. I wouldn't say I'm poor, but I mean, I'm managing my life, and I think that I'm still young, and I'm trying to plan for the future. So if you have a lady coming to me all the time, just asking and asking, without necessarily, if it's just to go spending or whatever, I mean, obviously it's a problem.
Sure.
But every woman should not get that habit of asking. You should be able to generate money as well. You should be able to partake in generating, I'll say, funds for your family. So if you do that, well, you will not be asking all the time.
Awesome. Well, I think before we end this particular one, this one is my own question. It has nothing to do with a green flag, red flag. So what's your ideal type of woman? What kind of woman do you like? What kind of woman gets you? You're like, oh
That's
my God.
That's a red flag for the question.
That's not a red Nice. But you see, also, we need to know what your ideal kind of woman is, both intellectually, physically. What is it that catches your eye when you see a woman? You're like, oh my God, nice.
It's hard to say, but I think every nice-looking guy wants to see a nice-looking woman. Generally, that's just the beginning of everything. But you also want to have. For me, I need to have a woman who can, engage in conversations, because I'm someone who's so communicative. It will be very boring for me to be with a lady I can chat with, because I just like talk. My experiences just push me to share ideas. So if I spend all my time doing the talking, it's just going to be hard. To me, I feel like it needs to be that chemistry needs to be there. We talk, we exchange, we share ideas. I also love women who are not too serious, because life is just,
you can crack jokes.
Yeah,
and
life
fun.
is just too tough.
Yeah.
I think it's something that we need to. Well, I'm not giving. What is this Peko?
We are taking down notes. You cannot tell us what to do. Just answer the question, and we'll choose what to do with the information.
I'm not giving advice to people who are checking, but I think personally, apart from the beauty, I need someone who can communicate well, and I also need someone who's very confident. One thing I just can't take, I can't bear with a lady is a woman who's not confident of herself. It's just horrible to see.
It's a turn off.
It's horrible to see to me. So I think you need to be confident, and you need to be ready to learn, ready to grow. You need to be, obviously you need to be beautiful.
So you have intelligently avoided giving the details of the physique of the kind of woman that you would want, which is really not cool. But let me help you. How do you like them? Thick, slim, mid-size, tall, short, fair, dark skin?
I like tall girls. I like beautiful. To me, a beautiful woman is not about your. We will say it as I say. You will explain Taya. So no matter what you do, I think at one point you will have to consider. Just like we're growing up, we all have an ideal woman, but we end up with someone that may not necessarily be the ideal woman, or you are not necessarily the ideal man based on so many other circumstances. And that's why the beauty, yes, is there, but at one point in life, you realize that it's not enough.
True.
And I think, yes, to me, whether thick or thin, or well, to me, as long as as you're good looking, you look healthy, you take good care of yourself, and you feel good about yourself. It's quite attractive.
All right. Well, we'll call it quit for now. We'll take a break. We will be back to continue teasing, probably teasing, and of course, definitely making sure you find out more about the man. So stay tuned. You're welcome back. You're still tuned to Maloko on My Media Prime Television, and we are still with the man having a wonderful time. And did you know that he decided to celebrate his birthday in a special way? And we want to talk about that, and that is why you see we have special people seated around us. So you decided to do something more on your birthday. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, I think one thing that I look at generally is I just love children as a person, and knowing how some children just are very privileged in life, and others just don't have that privilege. Yet we all have to survive in the same environment. And to me, growing up as someone personally, I lost my mom very early. And I see myself today, you know, just doing so many things that I like doing, succeeding in my life. I thought about it, you know, after 2 years of my career and breaking boundaries and you know, moving forward. I was like, well, this is probably the time for me to give back to the community. And we, as a team, we sat down and thought about it and said, okay, what do we do? And they said, oh, well, let's check on an orphanage and see, instead of just going out spending money with people drinking and, you know, obviously we need to have some fun. But
of course,
I think to me this particular year, it was a lot more useful for me to spend time with these children who are part of an orphanage, the Save the Children orphanage, Alliance orphanage in here, just in Limbe. And yeah, it's we're just coming from the orphanage. It's been fun cutting up the cake with the kids. You know, I've got some fantastic performances from them. You know, understood some of their problems, discovered talents. Yeah, I just feel really transformed today.
oh, that's amazing. So let's take a look at this picture. What's your name? Favor decided to draw you, and Favor has a lot. It's
This is the original picture.
Favor did well. Can we
yeah.
have a zoom into this and see what Favor did?
It's fantastic.
It shows that he has prospects. He's going to be wonderful talent, an artist.
Yeah.
Yes, it definitely is going to be. Let's have the picture once again. Yeah.
Maybe I'll just sign on it or something.
Oh, sure. Do we have a pen on something? Do we have a pen around? Can we get a pen? Or maybe we'll do very
great
soon.
job.
Favor, just hold this. So, but why children though? Why this particular time? Would it just end at you celebrating your birthday like this, or is there more you're planning to do with children?
A lot more. It's been part of my project, and obviously it's more. Today I'm an artist, and there's some amount of visibility in what I do. And the idea was, obviously children are the future. And to me, it was very important for me to use my image to give that visibility to these children, and also use my experiences. You know, as a young man, I used to be a child growing in very difficult circumstances as well, and tell them, look, this is, you know, you can be inspired by my story, and there is no reason that you should not believe in yourself. So to me, it's a sustainable project. I have spoken with the management. And it's not just ending with the birthday. The birthday was just the beginning, an introduction of the relationship. And I can tell you today, after the time I've spent with these children and the discussions we've had with them, it just motivates me to do more.
Awesome. And it looks like you're also into the production of. We have a Zoe medicated Vaseline, Save the Children Alliance Orphanage. So apparently they're already doing a lot of work with their hands.
Absolutely. I'll give the opportunity to. This is the manager of the area.
Hello, Mr. Manager. Good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon.
Hope you're doing great.
We're doing great. Should you say hello to the camera? Hello. Yeah,
so tell us a little bit about your foundation and, of course, your orphanage, and, of course, some of the products that these children have been able to produce.
I'm called Ivan Elombengale, General Coordinator, Save the Children Alliance Orphanage, and I'm here representing my mother, who is the founder, Mama Josephine Gale, a retired police officer, inspector of police, who thought it wise to give back to the community after the death of my father, late Ogun Gale. And we thought it wise because of the economic crisis which Cameroon was facing at that time during the 1990s, to give back to the community after the death of my father. So this organization has been existing since 2005.
Wow.
And we are partners with the Ministry of Social Affairs, the Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Youth Affairs. And now we are venturing into small and medium-sized enterprises with the Ministry of Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises, because the government has set up platforms that can enable us to come out of poverty. Because our target is to make this great, I call them privileged children, because they are privileged because they have wonderful dads and moms present who can give them a better life. Because there are some people that look for such opportunities that they don't see it. And we as an organization, we have been thinking it wise not to just give them food and make them to eat and rest, but give them skills which they can channel on to the next future. These are the next Fuso Victors of tomorrow. These are the next Dangotes, and these are the next Bill Gates of tomorrow. So I believe so much in them, and I will believe so much in the partnership that will create, because the essence is to give them the future that they deserve. And working in collaboration with the government, working with the private individuals, other stakeholders, and make sure that this is viable. This is just one of our programs, because we have a program we call School Enterprise Challenge Competition, which is an international global competition which helps kids to set up school-based businesses, which we are thinking to make it go nationwide. Because Cameroon, in its existence now, Cameroon needs to come out from the analog system of education, and we move now to the experiential learning, where kids learn in hands-on experience and know that, hey, tomorrow what I can do can help somebody tomorrow, which is not even in my community, but out of my community. Because this vaccine has gone right to the USA, has gone to Britain, and now it's going to Guinea Conakry.
Oh, wow.
I believe we are going somewhere. And we also want to appreciate the demand for this wonderful initiative, because most people will take this as an opportunity to go and do spray elsewhere. But he thought it wise to give these kids a befitting birthday, because I call them kings and queens, because they celebrate as kings and queens.
Oh, yes.
Because a king can come and visit them. Yeah. That means we are so proud. So children, please clap for yourselves for wonderful receiving these wonderful artists. And my media prime too was so grateful for this exposure, to be able to showcase that which is not seen. Yes, you are coming to uncover that which the lighthouse was hidden under the table. We are bringing it out, and we are so happy that this is a venue that we can take these products to leaps and bounds. Well, this is just the starting. But with this support that has been given from our father, our brother, and our uncle, and we know we are going places. And so let me not take much of the time, because I know I have just limited time. We are so grateful and accept our heartfelt happiness from the foundation, Save the Tree Alliance Orphanage. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. It's indeed amazing, the prospects that the head of this institution has for these kings and queens, like he puts them. And we're hoping that those of you watching from home, you do not relent your efforts in probably you've been touched, we're sure. We hope that you can be able to also put our hands on deck, so that we ensure that these children can get more of these skills. Imagine children getting trained while they are going to school, such that by the time they are leaving school, they already have something to do, to fend for themselves, to take care of themselves, and of course to impact the community in the best way possible. The man, to those watching you from home, to those seeing the way you've decided to celebrate your birthday, what message do you have, especially to artists like yourself?
Well, all I would say, I mean, let's put hands together. It's always better to, I mean, two heads are better than one. So I would not say that I'm the best in as far as this activity is concerned. We've had so many artists do this before, and I'm just, contributing in my own little way. And you've listened to him talk. They have so many projects. I am bringing in my own life experience. I'm bringing in my own. I would say my own, piece of the cake. And in terms of, just discovering talents, I used to, be a table tennis champion. After here, I'll be taking them to my table tennis club,
nice.
So they can see how I play. And I did ask them how many interested in table. I had so many hands going up. Ooh. So yeah, so we can also enroll them in the table tennis club.
Most certainly.
They can always have this balance, education, and developing your talent at the same time. There's so many of them that like music. They can sing just like myself. So this is just a way to make the kids dream big. And believe in themselves. And yeah, I'm calling on all artists and calling on everyone apart from just artists. If you have the time, if you have the opportunity to make these children and every other children anywhere else in the country or all over the world, please do.
Awesome. With that said, children, do you have like a song you normally sing? Is there a popular song you sing? Manager, is there a song that you normally sing we can sing together? While we wrap up.
We'll go for the coordinator of the day.
Oh, correct. Coordinator, lead us with a good song. Let's have a wonderful time.
We are love, we are care, we are hope for tomorrow. Standing tall, we never fall. One big family, holding hands, changing lives, just like Remy Faso. We are the Young Africa, walking to. We are love, we are love, we are care, we are hope for tomorrow. Standing tall, we never fall. One big family, holding hands, changing lives, just like Remy Faso. We are the Young Africa, walking to.
Awesome. Everybody, be seated. Well, the birthday party definitely continues. Our interview with the man continues. So let's go on a quick break. So stay tuned, and when we come back, the show continues.
Hello everyone, this is your man, the man, and welcome to Fire Questions with FAITH TATA. So we have question 1. What word best describes you and why? Passion. I am just a very passionate guy in everything I do, not only music, just every single thing, and that's basically what drives me on a daily basis.
Okay.
What is it about your art that makes it special? That's it. I think the energy, the consistency, and just the way I communicate with my public, with my audience, my fans, and it's just full of fire, I would say.
Nice.
Question 3: name a hit song from the past and give us a quick a cappella of the song. Oh my goodness me. Yeah, I think I will definitely choose Avenue, which to me is one of my very favorite songs. I must apologize, my voice is not very best right now, but I'll try something.
Continue.
Sometimes it feels crazy, all the lies that bring peace. Aww. We've got to be ready, standing at ease. Whoa, avenues with gold rings waiting for me. So I'm sure my fans know this is one of my favorite songs. I did try. I'm about to basically losing my voice, but I think I did well. The next question, what is this called again? Next question, please. All right. Next question, that's question 4. What are the 5 songs you listen to the most at the moment? In Cameroon, I would say Paragraph by Tenor. I really love that. It's a very, I don't know, I've never seen lyrics that good in a rap song. I've listened to it so many times. I've listened to Family Man, which is a very recent release by Salatiel, one artist that I admire so badly. I listened to Pakako a lot by Richard Bona. It's quite a funny song, but it's quite a good track. I would say internationally, I've listened to I think this song, I've probably forgotten the title, but I've listened to Comment Ça Va a lot by Diamond Platinums, and that's really, I know Amapiano is like it's a great beat now. It's the trend. I'm listening. I don't know. This is already 4. I think the 5th song basically is Money Money. That's my song. So it's the most recent release I had, and you can't imagine. I've listened to the song. I wrote it myself. It's been a lot of hard work to get there, but you listening to your song over 200 times before it gets released, it's just unbelievable. So, yeah, I think for now that's basically the 5 top songs I've been listening to. So, if you were stuck, that's question 5. If you're stuck on an island with your mother, wife, husband, and child, and you can only save one person, who would it be? My child, no doubt about it. It's the future. I mean, your mother is equally important. Your wife is equally important. But I think there's nothing more important than children. They represent us. We will wither and go, but they are here to extend, all the achievements and probably change the world, change Cameroon. So, yes, so I'll definitely save my child, no doubt.
That's pretty good.
What's the hardest thing you've ever had to do? Oh la la. Question 6. That list is quite long. I don't know. I would say I have a lot of hard things, but hardest. Hola. I think I have had to say it's over in a relationship only once in my entire life. And that was really hard. I think maybe because of lack of experience, because so many people are very good at doing it all the time. But for me, it's never been a thing. It's either we just part ways just naturally. But that particular case, it was a one-day thing, and I was so sure about it. But it was really hard for to pronounce those words. And yeah, that's probably the hardest, I think. Have you ever broken someone's heart? That's question 7. Have you ever broken someone's heart or had your heart broken? What happened? I don't know if you really want to know this, but yes, I've broken someone's heart and I've had my heart broken equally. Jesus! On both cases, the first case, obviously, it's just the way it is. Love, it's never, it's not all the time reciprocal. I think I had someone who was, dying for me, and unfortunately, it was not the case on my side. Those things happen, and I think, yeah, on the second case, I got my heart broken. I think they say ton by ton, as they say. So I got my own self in the same mess because, yeah, you fall in love and. And you realize, well, that was a scam. so I got myself, at 12, was that? Yeah. So question 8. If you were a song, what would the title be? Oh, I'll say Heat. That'd probably be the title. I think I just don't, I think when I'm writing songs or maybe in the studio, recording songs, there's just too much energy. It's just the temperature is always very high. So I think for me, that's definitely going to be the title. Basically, I had an idea writing a song, and my fans definitely, if you can just sign off that, then I will write a song with that title. So, question 9. What, according to you, is the perfect age to enjoy life? Wow. Well. You only waka. Yeah, that's quite tricky. I would say maybe when you're in your 30s, no particular age, but in your 30s, because I think in your 20s you can definitely enjoy, but that's a stage where many of us are still learning. The mistakes could be irreparable. So I feel that it's in your 30s, you've got some level of maturity, and for most people, maybe getting jobs, you probably be at a stage in your life where you have a permanent job, and you can sustain, take care of yourself. You can do things without being unapologetic about them. So yeah, I'll definitely say in your 30s. What next? Question 10 and last at last. So, what's your favorite pickup line? The funniest pickup line ever used on you? Okay, I'll probably take the first part. What's your favorite pickup line? Well, I've not used this so many times because it's been a while, but I think I did once tell a lady it's a shame that the sun will not see your beauty, but I will. So
You don't know why it's going on.
and that was in the evening, so the sun had set. It's already getting dark, and that won some. I got her on that day, so I would say that was I nailed it. So
I deserve some accolades. Accolades. Oh.
yeah. So just to remind you, my fans and everyone else who probably you don't know me so far, this is the MANNE, and I'm on all social media platforms. You have YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We have a recent track, Money Money, which has just been released about a month ago, and it's fire. We already have a visualizer on YouTube, and it's already about 100,000 views. So please go check my pages, go stream my music, and yes, just keep following the MANNE.
Well, I haven't had so much fun in a long time. Limbe is truly beautiful. The man made it even more beautiful for us, talking about his artistic journey, the other things that he's passionate about outside music, and just what he wants to do with himself, and of course impact not just the entertainment industry but the country as a whole. We really hope you enjoyed today's package, and hopefully we may get to visit Limbe some other time. But for myself and the entire team, it is many thanks to you choosing to take our time to watch today's edition of the program. If you missed out on any part of it, you can always catch the rebroadcast all Mondays at some 3 p.m. For myself and the entire team, it is hugs and kisses until next Sunday. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye-bye.
So yeah, this is my birthday. Nothing better than being alive. And life will suffice. Happy birthday to myself, and as I cut this cake, I'm doing it for my fans, my family, and for myself. Happy birthday, Dima. Yeah.